CBS presents this program in color.
Hidden in this jumble of letters is the name of the only thing that can kill Superman. Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play. Now. You see it. Now you see it. And here's the host of our show, Chuck Henry.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you. Got a heck of a group over there in the corner. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Now You See It. I hope you have a good morning. We've got a lot of fun planned for you this morning. Let's meet today's two players. We've got Brian and Bill coming on stage. Hi, Brian. How are you? We're good. Bill? It's Brian Majewski. And I understand that Brian used to run some underground nightclubs. Is that correct? Now, what's an underground nightclub?
Well, an underground nightclub, because of the music they play, has to kind of move around from time to time.
Because of the music they play. What is it, loud?
Loud. It's not mainstream. It's sometimes offensive. Yeah. So we have to move around to get places that'll let us play.
They must have some unusual names for these groups then,
Yeah,
huh?
like the Groove Puppies or just some really wild names.
Yeah, those are wild names. And over here we have Bill Gilholm, and Bill's done some traveling. I understand you've traveled to a lot of countries and worked in a lot of different places.
That's right. I've lived in 5 countries and worked out of 10 countries over about 12 years period of time.
Well, you are a traveling man. You didn't have to move because of your music, right?
No. It wasn't anything to do with that. No,
and you have an unusual sake collection, I'm told.
Well, in Japan, I became interested in sake. Drank a little bit of it. And
that accounts for your hair loss, huh, Bill?
Probably. Okay. And the little cups are beautiful, so.
Good. All right. Good luck to both of you on our game this morning. Take a look at our game board because now you see it. And for the studio audience, you folks at home, we're going to let you continue to see the board. But for the players up here on the stage, the board vanishes. You do get another look at it as I finish reading each question. Every answer will start at 100 points, but we deduct 15 points for every second you use trying to find the answer. All set? Okay, gentlemen, here's our first question. Cher spent $3,400 making what part of her body smaller? Bill.
Line 2?
Line 2.
Navel.
That's correct. Now, Bill, you have 80 points left on the clock. That'll go on to your score. First player to reach 1,000 points wins the game, then goes on to challenge our returning champion. Next question. What's the first name of the groom-to-be who made his future bride sign a prenuptial agreement that is 2 1/2 inches thick? Big document. Brian.
Line 1?
Line 1 is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Bill, and then we'll give you a couple seconds to find the answer. What's the first name of the groom-to-be who made his future bride sign a prenuptial agreement that is 2 1/2 inches thick? Yes, Bill.
Line 4?
Line 4.
Hughes.
Hughes is incorrect. The answer we're looking for is Hugh. It's Hugh Hefner.
Oh.
Hugh Hefner. Nobody got any points there, so we'll move on to the next question, starting again at 100 points. To be polite in Japan, what should you slurp? Brian.
Line 2?
Line 2.
Soup?
Soup is correct. That's worth 80 points, and you're on the board with 80 points and tied up the game. Way to go, Brian. Okay, gentlemen, what is the #1 favorite food of Americans? #1. Brian.
Line 4?
Line 4.
Steak.
Steak is correct. That's worth another 85 points, Brian. Takes your total now to 165. Now, Steven Spielberg says that in creating the face of E.T., he used the eyes of what brilliant scientist? Bill.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Einstein.
Einstein, Albert Einstein. That's worth 85 points. And you just tie the game up, just like that. 165 apiece now. What famous Muppet bear always has a big tie, an old hat, and a bad joke? Bill. Too much time, so we'll go to Brian. I'll repeat the question for you. What famous Muppet bear always has a big tie, an old hat, and a bad joke?
Line 1?
That's
Fozzie?
correct. That's right. Fozzie the bear. Okay, that's worth 90 points. You move in the lead with that. You have 255 points. What animal's name means no drink in Aborigine because it never drinks water? Brian.
Line 4?
Line 4.
Koala?
Koala is correct. Another 85 points. Takes you up over 300. You have 340. Traditionally, what do Finnish women do before men so that they will have time to make refreshments? Bill.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Sauna.
Yeah, believe it or not, they take a sauna. That's worth 60 points, and you now have 225. Next question. Which job on a TV game show usually calls for someone with a smooth voice and great-looking hair? Bill.
Line 3.
Line 3.
MC.
MC, that's right. It's all plastic, folks. No. Who designed, built, and flew 1 mile in a huge flying boat? Bill.
Line 4.
Line 4.
Hughes.
Hughes is correct, and that's worth another 95 points. You now have 395 points. Okay, gentlemen, we're at the end of the first round. We'll be back with a brand new game board. More questions right after this, so stay with us. You guys are doing great. Very close game. 340, 395 over here. You guys, you having fun?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
This is a warning to household germs. You can't hide from Lysol brand disinfectant. It's hospital type, the best kind you can buy. So germs, don't say you haven't been warned.
In Home After Home, people are throwing out cleaners they don't need, because all they need is Lysol Direct. Direct cleans everything without rinsing, so people are making room for one cleaner that cleans everything. Lysol Direct.
There are 8 million kids with mental problems in this country who need help. Most of them don't get it. You can fix that by loving, by listening, by learning, by insisting on the help they so desperately need. Remember that mental health begins at birth. Remember the children. A message from your National Mental Health Association.
Hey, welcome back to Now You See It. We're here with our 2 players. Brian, you have 340 points, and Bill has 390 points. You're in the lead. First player to reach 1,000 points wins the game, and then goes on to meet our returning champion. Well, we have a new game board. Take a look at that, and here's our first question. As a child, what real estate tycoon used to take all the toy blocks he could find and build giant skyscrapers? Brian.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Trump.
Donald Trump is correct. That's worth 95 points. He's still doing that. You now have 435 points, and you're back in the lead. What word is an insult to an American woman, but is the proper way to address a woman who is a knight? Brian.
Line 4.
Line 4.
Dame.
Dame is correct. Another 90 points out of your score. Brian takes your total now to 525. What creature is used to flavor an unusual beer brewed in England? Brian.
Line 1.
Line 1.
Oyster.
That's right. It's oyster, and that's worth another 85 points onto your total, Brian. You now have 610. A recent cover of Life magazine was devoted to what popular residence of the White House? Bill.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Puppies.
Puppies. That's right. That's worth 65 points. Takes you now up to 460. What tabloid psychic was an advisor to both Henry Ford Sr. and Franklin Delano Roosevelt? Brian.
Line 4.
Line 4.
Dixon.
Dixon is correct. We're looking for Gene Dixon. You got it. It's worth another 90 points onto your score. You have an even 700 points. Bill, you have 460. What comedian grew up in a house of ill repute owned by his grandmother? Bill.
Line 3.
Line 3.
Pryor.
That's right. It's Richard Pryor. 90 points onto your score. You now have 550. In the Old West, an Indian would cut a notch on his feather if he returned from battle with what symbol of victory? Bill.
Line 2.
Line 2.
Scalp.
That's what we're looking for. 75 more points. You're now at 625, 75 points. Now separating the two of you. Game's becoming close again. What do you need to make a zombie? Nobody found the answer. I'll tell you that it can be found on line 3. Buzz in if you think you see it. Bill.
Rye.
That's incorrect. What do you need to make a zombie? Rum. Rum. Nobody got the points. We'll move on to the next question. That sound means that we're running out of time. So, gentlemen, we're going to double the point value on every question. Instead of starting out at 100 points, we're going to start out at 200 points. The scores will add up very quickly. Remember, the first player to reach 1,000 points wins the game and then goes on to meet a returning champion. So, starting at 200 points, what's the first name of the author of The Grass is Always Greener Over the Septic Tank? Okay, for 50 points, I'll tell you the answer could be found on line 4. The answer we're looking for is Irma. Irma Bombeck wrote that book. On what planet can you see what appears to be a mile-wide sculpture of a human face? Brian.
Line 2?
Line 2 is correct.
Mars?
Mars. That's worth 170 points. You now have 870 points. You're 130 points away from a win. What ancient city was besieged when it received a deceiving wooden horse? Brian.
Line 1?
For the win.
Troy?
That's correct. You got it. Bill, thank you for joining us. Now you see it this morning. We do have some nice parting gifts for you. Now, Brian, if you'll come on over and join me. Good job. But we failed to mention, too, that you're also a student, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you go where?
Cal State Fullerton.
Cal State Fullerton, and you want to become a what?
Well, I want to become a film director.
You want to become a film director.
That's it.
A chance to make some money because you're going to become a film director. You're going to need some cash. We're going to see what you can do right up here as you have a chance to take on a returning champion, and we'll be right back with that after these messages.
Be there, but you should have seen how white this stuff got my husband's underwear. He wears those... Forget it.
Which statement is true? 1, this woman blushes at bikini briefs. 2, this woman should buy boxer shorts. 3, this woman tried new Tide with bleach. The answer is 3, new Tide with bleach. It'll knock your socks off because it gets them whiter. New Tide with bleach whitens better than any other detergent. That means a sock this dirty gets only this white with other detergents, but gets gleaming white with Tide with bleach.
Hey, look, you get this uniform caked up after 2 miles of laying gravel and dirt. You sure don't expect to see this kind of white.
Which statement is true? 1, this guy laid 1 mile too many. 2, this guy doesn't know gravel from chickpeas. 3, this guy tried new Tide with bleach. You know the answer. It's the cleaning power of the best Tide ever and the whitening power of liquid bleach. New Tide with bleach. It'll knock your socks off because it gets them whiter.
Oh, honey, don't come near me, please.
Oh, I can't. No, it's not a good idea.
Oh, no, baby, not right now, no.
Oh, sweetie, you don't want to get too close.
Till that sticky, pasty morning mouth film on your mouth, teeth, and gums is powered away with Scope. And the worst breath of the day is replaced with the best.
Kiss me.
What are you waiting for?
Give me a kiss.
You may kiss me now.
Scope, the best thing first thing in the morning.
This year, there are Father's Day gifts in bad taste and good taste. Bad taste and good taste. Bad, good. And a Baskin-Robbins ice cream cake that's in good taste for Dad is in good taste for everyone.
When I think of all the mosquitoes and gnats and chiggers, I'm sure glad there's Caladril, because only Caladril contains Benadryl, the most recommended topical antihistamine for itch. Caladril can help stop almost any itch. Poison ivy or poison oak, no-see-ums, those little things that get you.
Make a break for the Pat Sajak Show tonight.
Welcome back to Now You See It. We're here with our challenger, Brian. That was a close game down there, Brian.
Yeah,
he gave you some real competition. Now let's say hello to our returning grand champion from yesterday. Here's Bonnie Duvall. Bonnie.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Brian. Good luck.
Bonnie has already won in the program $1,800. She hopes to win some more today.
Yeah.
Well, you are always so energetic, and you've got 4 kids.
Right.
Under the age of 6.
Right.
Boy, does that got to, that's, ooh.
I'm having a holiday.
You're having a holiday coming down here on the show, aren't you? And you love murder mysteries.
I love them. Nothing like a good murder.
Nothing? Yeah, okay.
Don't kill me.
And you have a collection of game boards.
Right? Right.
How many do you have now?
Oh, I have at least 200 games. I collect games. My mom is even storing some of my games. They're all stacked up in my bedroom. You can't even walk in.
Well, here you got another game right here to play.
Oh, I love it.
And we're going to find out who moves on to the solo round. But before we do that, we have to determine a champion right here. So let's show the audience our game board. And this board is worth $200. On the board are 6 words that fit into the first category, famous eligible bachelors. Okay? First player to find a word associated with the category will take control. Guys are set? Ready? Go. Bonnie.
Line 2, Beatty.
That's right. So that's one of the ones we're looking for. There are 5 more names that fit into that category. Find them all in 20 seconds. You'll be first on the board with $200. Okay. Okay, you've already got Beatty. Remember, these are famous eligible bachelors. Ready, Bonnie?
Okay.
Go.
Line 1, Burns.
That's 1.
Line 4, Dahl. Line
That's
4,
incorrect.
Iacocca.
That's 2.
Line 3, Iglesias.
That's 3. There are 2 more up there.
Line 2, Penn.
That's 4. 1 more. Ooh, clock got you. Okay, we'll move over here to Brian. Famous eligible bachelors. I'll recap the answers that Bonnie did find for us. She found Beatty, Burns, Iacocca, Iglesias, and Penn. There's 1 more up there. You have 5 seconds. Give me that name, and you'll be on with the $200. If not, we give the money to Bonnie. Famous eligible bachelors. Brian, ready? Go. Bonnie, you have the money. The $200 on line 1. Rob Lowe.
Oh,
Rob Lowe.
I love him.
Guy that likes to take home movies. Okay. Now, move on to a new category and a new board. Types of bread. Types of bread, and we're playing for $300. Ready? Go. Brian.
Line 4, white.
That's a type of bread. There are 5 more up there. You got 20 seconds, and you'll be on with $300. These are types of bread. Brian, ready? Go.
Line 2, egg.
It's 1.
Line 3, Annabelle.
Incorrect.
Line 1, date.
That's 2. Okay, clock got you. Annabelle. Good loaf of Annabelle now and then. Really makes you feel good. Okay, types of bread. We're playing for $300. Bonnie, here are the answers that Brian found. He found white bread, egg, and date.
Okay.
Okay, there's actually, what is there, 3 more on the board there? Just give me 1 in 5 seconds. You got the money. Ready? Go. Yes.
Line 2, rye.
Right, that's right. Okay, you got $300. Now you have 500. Pita bread. Make a pita bread sandwich on line 1 and banana bread on line 3. All right. New board and a new category. We're playing for $400. Female country western singers. Just the last names here for $400. Ready? Go. Bonnie.
Line 1, Lynn.
Lynn. That's correct. Okay. You got 20 seconds.
Okay.
Run through the category, get the $400, give you a commanding lead. If not, Brian will have a chance at it. Female country western singers.
Okay.
Female country western singers. Ready? Go.
Line 1, Tucker.
It's 1.
Line 2, Judd.
It's 2.
Line 2, Gale.
It's 3.
Line 3, Parton.
That's 4. There's 1 more.
Line 4, Wynette.
You got him. You have $900. Well,
I like that.
this is one of those do or die situations for you, Brian. You've really got to do here or you're dying. Okay, a new board and the category places where you have an assigned seat. And we're playing for $500. Ready? Go. Bonnie.
Line 1, school.
School. Okay, Bonnie, you have a chance to win the game here.
I would love to do
and
that.
move on up to the solo round and play
Okay.
for some big cash. If you can give me 5 more words that fit in the category in 20 seconds. If
Okay.
not, Brian would still be alive.
Don't do it, Brian. Okay.
I'll do it.
Well, he's waiting to see you mess up is actually what
I
he's
know.
waiting for there. You know that.
All right.
Okay, ready? Go.
Line 2, plane.
That's 1.
Line 2, theater.
That's 2.
Line 3, concert.
That's 3.
Line 3, train.
That's 4. There's 1
Line
more.
4, stadium.
You got them all. Sorry about that, Brian. She's a tough competitor, and once she gets rolling there, there's no stopping her. But listen, you played a fine game, and we do have some nice parting gifts for you. Good luck. Are you going to continue with the underground music? You're going to keep doing that?
We'll see how
See
it
what that
goes.
does?
Yeah.
Okay, and I hope to see your name up on the big screen.
Oh, I hope so.
Director.
Right.
Brian Majewski. Okay, now, when we come back, Bonnie, once again, you'll be playing our solo game. And today, you know how much you're going to be playing for?
Yeah, 20,000.
She knew. Boy, she knew. That's right, $20,000. We'll see how she does right after this. Okay.
Yeah. Let's install that backyard.
Let's get that backyard. Let's get that sprinkler system going.
Ladies, now you can stop shaving and enjoy beautiful hair-free legs for weeks at a time with the Lady Remington Smooth and Silky Rechargeable Hair Removal System. Its hygienic rotating roller quickly removes hair below the skin. Lady Remington.
SOS it. It's really simple to clean up now. This easy test will show you just how.
Here's the test. If it doesn't come off under running water, SOS it.
It's a new way to clean. A simple routine. Whatever the mess is, SOS it. SOS it.
Left on, dried on, microwaved on. If it doesn't come off under running water, SOS it.
It's a new way to clean. A simple routine. SOS it. SOS it.
He dulls mirrors. He smudges bright surfaces. He's the streak who appears after you've cleaned.
I'm still here.
Introducing SOS Streak-Free Glass Cleaners.
SOS streak-free?
SOS has an extra strength Ammonia Plus formula
SOS ammonia?
to cut more grease and wipe out streaks. Want to wipe out streaks?
Don't listen.
Get new SOS Streak-Free Glass Cleaner.
Taking home whole wheat total?
Special K.
Hope you're hungry, because you'll need almost 3 boxes of Special K to equal the vitamin and mineral nutrition in just 1 box of Total.
I've got Nutri-Grain.
You'll need 4 boxes. And you?
Just shredded wheat.
12 boxes. Total, 1 bowl, 100%. No other cereal has more vitamin and mineral nutrition. And next time, pick up Total. If it's whole wheat Total, it's Total Nutrition.
Time for a quick break and one of my favorite quick snacks, Sunsweet Pitted Prunes. Surprised? I don't know why. They're good for you and they're delicious. Rounder, plumper, Sunsweet.
Hey, welcome back. We're here with Bonnie now to play our solo game. Bonnie, who loves to play games. I never asked you, what's your favorite game?
Am I allowed to say the name of a game?
Well, whisper.
The charade game?
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
The charade game.
Well, I don't... Does anybody know how that one goes? Here, you charades.
It's like
sure.
Trivial Pursuit, only charades.
Okay. And today, you know that we're going to be playing for $20,000, so if you get the money, you got any plans for it?
Backyard. Backyard and swing set, the whole thing.
For the kids.
Patio, backyard, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so you're going to do this one for the kids?
Yeah.
The solo game. You want to take a look at the solo game board?
Do.
Okay, here it is. Now you see it. And now you don't.
Oh.
Okay, Bonnie.
Okay.
Second time up here, so you know what's going to happen. I'll ask you 10 questions. You have 60 seconds to find as many of the answers as you can. Pay you $100 for every correct answer. If you find all 10 today, you get $20,000.
Okay.
One heck of a swing set for the kids.
I'm ready.
As soon as you find an answer, circle it with the electronic pencil that you have in your hand.
Good.
Make a big circle, call it out nice and loud, okay? So
Okay.
there's no mistake about it. Pass if you get stuck on a word. If there's more time, I'll come back and repeat the question for you.
Okay, good.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
Okay, here's the game board. The clock begins after I ask the first question. Someone who doesn't believe in wearing clothes.
Nudist.
That's right. Found in a pastry shop.
Pass.
Marshal Matt of Gunsmoke.
Dylan.
Right. Deadly desert creature.
Scorpion.
Right. Fictional creature that haunted the Baskervilles.
Greyhound.
Incorrect.
Pass.
Okay. Thick beef soup.
Stew.
Right. Michelangelo was one.
Artist.
Right. The judge on People's Court.
Watner.
Right. Settlers of the old American West.
Pioneers.
Right. The most popular kind of pickle.
Dill.
Right. Found in a pastry shop.
Tart.
Right. Fictional creature that haunted the Baskervilles.
Hound.
Correct. You got it. $20,000.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, the first time around, You know what you did? You said Greyhound. You said Greyhound the first time around, and it was just Hound.
I thought it sounded familiar. I thought
Hey, that's great.
I can't believe it.
Now, the kids are going to love it when Mom comes home because you just won $20,000, plus you picked up more money in the earlier rounds. We'll be back in just a minute to total up all your winnings. I think you'll be very pleased, and we'll have more of that right after this, so stay with us.
Okay.
That's great. I'm glad you went back. I mean, you get stuck someday. I hope that didn't throw you off too much with Greyhound.
No, I thought Greyhound, I thought something's right about that. I mean, it sounds...
Who am I? Well, some days I'm silk. Some days, I'm denim. But underneath it all, I'm a woman every day. And I always want to be feminine. So I start each day fresh with Carefree. Carefree's something I do for me. Because when I'm fresh dressed, I feel more feminine. So even though some days I'm cashmere, and some days I'm cotton, I'm a woman every day. So underneath it all, I use Carefree every day.
A cheese riddle. Excuse me, Giorgio. What do you get when you add mozzarella to an ordinary tomato? Something to sing about. That's right. Cheese makes it taste better. So don't forget the cheese.
My wife started me using these. They're Softgans, the personal cleansing wipe from Scott. You use them with your bathroom tissue. Softgans are pre-moistened so they cleanse you better, which is great if you're chafed or irritated or if you itch. Try them. They're terrific.
Let's hang on! Just how far will Ethan go to save an innocent man?
You're breaking the law, Ethan. Won't be the first time.
Paradise, Saturday at 8.
On Heartland, Trouble in Paradise.
It's a tornado.
The family that stays together plays together because there's no place like home.
There's a dead witch under the house and everything's in color.
Monday.
Hey, we're back with our champion, Bonnie. Bonnie, you did great today. Do you know that you now have $23,200?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, you certainly have the money. And she told me that she has the old VCR on at home so that you can see just how excited you were when you won all that money.
Yeah, I am excited. Wouldn't you be excited? You'd be excited, wouldn't you?
I'm excited just seeing you win that money.
Good.
We won't have an argument about who's more excited, but I know you're excited.
I am.
Are you excited? We're all excited here, and we'll be back again next time when you meet a new challenger, and you'll be playing for more money, hopefully back up here, so you even add on to that total and be even more excited.
Yeah, I will be.
We'll see you again next time on Now You See It. Till then, I'm Chuck Henry. So long, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants will receive a Tisket-a-Tasket, year-round gift-giving, custom-designed gift baskets for all occasions, filled with an unusually exciting selection of gifts from a Tisket-a-Tasket. And this Father's Day, hail the head of your clan with McGregor Aftershave and Cologne, McGregor A Dash of the Highlands, and Armatron, America's watch for superb quality, design, and value. Tough, rugged, all sport. Armatron, the hottest fashion look. And Eureka's Wake Up, great for between cleaning cleanups, lightweight, rechargeable cordless, and in-betweening vacuum. Eureka. And the multi-pure drinking water system, featuring the exclusive solid carbon block filter that conveniently provides you with delicious spring fresh drinking water. And a member of our studio audience will receive the Berkline Contemporary Rock-A-Lounger with deep pillow seat, permits lounging, rocking, or full-length reclining in pleasurable comfort. From Berkline.
Next, People Are Talking discusses domestic partners. Should they have the same rights as married couples? Learn more on People Are Talking next.
From Television City in Hollywood, this is Don Morrow speaking for Now You See It, a Mark Goodson television production.
Get ready. The excitement's gonna get you.
It's The Price is Right with Bob Barker. Exciting pricing games and fabulous showcases.
The Price is Right. The excitement's gonna get you.
Weekday.
A new car! Gotcha.